Whether you've just picked up the sticks, you're coming back to the drums after a long time away, or you're an advanced player, we're about to learn Save Your Tears by The Weeknd in 4 easy steps. Oh, and be sure to stick around till step 4 because it has something to do with hot chicken pancakes. Let's dive right into this. I told you there were 4 steps. The first one is we need to learn the groove or the drum beat that comes in at the beginning. So Save Your Tears is in 4/4 time. We're gonna count it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The kick drum comes on 1 and 3. The snare drum comes on 2 and 4. Now the great thing about this song, and I love songs that do this, is it kind of eases you into the rest of the drum beat in that it only starts with 2 of our limbs, our right foot or your left foot if you're a left-handed player, and your left hand, so your kick drum and your snare drum. And all it's gonna sound is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's it. That's it. If you can play that, you can play the first 4 bars of this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of that 4th measure, you heard me play a crash cymbal. There's really some kind of a programmed drum sound there, but you could put a crash cymbal, you could put a short hi-hat if you wanted to. The sheet music for this lesson is down below. Pin comment and the video description. I have everything transcribed in there for you, the entire song with beats. You can look at it all. Oh, and also you can get a 14-day free trial to my online drum school. All those links are below. I would love to have you be a part of that community, but regardless, the sheet music's free. That's part 1. You've mastered it. Now, when the vocals come in at the first verse, we gotta bring the hi-hat in. It was almost like this song was made for us drummers just starting out. We start with just 2 limbs and then we bring the hi-hat in. Anytime one of my students is having trouble with a drum beat, I tell them, take some of the limbs away, and we usually wind up with just the kick drum and the snare drum. This one starts that way, and then it builds into the hi-hat. When the vocals come in, the hi-hat comes in on 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now the whole groove going from this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. About as simple as it can get. This beat actually has a nickname. It's called the money beat because it's used on so many hits. For this second step, the one thing I want you to notice is the hi-hat pattern. It's not accented, and really it's played more with the tip of the stick. So you can play the hi-hat in several ways. You can play it with just the tip. You can play it with the shaft of the stick. Or we can accent certain beats. Or for this particular beat, it sounds very much like a drum machine, and what you want to do is you want to play consistent 8th notes on your hi-hat with about the tip of the stick. So it's going to sound like this instead. Here's that full beat. 3, 4. Step 3, that's right, we're already to step 3. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the hot chicken pancakes, and just some of you are like, what is he even talking about? Some of you know because you've heard me teach, all right? Step 3 is going to be at the hook of the song. Now this song's a little funny because it really has a verse and then somewhat of a chorus and a verse, and then a chorus, and then the hook. So the hook has Save Your Tears, whereas the chorus section of it is the I don't know why. That's kind of the chorus section. It continues the same groove. In the hook, where it's Save Your Tears for a rainy. I'm not promise I'm not gonna sing too much. During that part, we have a different drum beat. For 2 measures, it's just gonna be the kick drum. It's gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Save your tears. All right, see how that lays out? Save your tears for a rainy. Right? And I don't know what he says there for like a rainy day or another day or something like that. It comes back in for 1.5 measures of that drum beat. So we have measure 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Measure 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Measure 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So nothing really new yet. Measure 4, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now this hook comes around twice and it's played the same way both times. So let me play that whole section for you. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 4. Now the second group of 4 measures, measures 5, 6, 7, and 8, are played exactly the same except measure 8. Measure 8 is just the kick drum, and it goes 1 and 2 and 3. And then it breaks, and we're back into the verse. Let me play that for you. 3, 4, say your tears. 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Now let me play that whole section for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. The hook section comes around twice in measures 41 and measures 73 if you're looking at the sheet music. Now those first 3 steps will get you through 99.99999% of that song. But if you want to do a little extra credit, we got to throw the hot chicken pancakes in there. Now this thing happens at measure 96, right at the end of the song, and it's a little drum fill. This is the 4th step. Now why do I call it hot chicken pancakes? That's called a mnemonic device, and it's so ridiculous that you will remember it. And it goes with the rhythm of the drum. Not to mention, I'm in Nashville, and come on, hot chicken's kind of a thing. If you don't know about no hot chicken, you don't know about Nashville, right? So hot chicken pancakes is the rhythm. Hot chicken pancakes. If we want to count that out, it goes 3E and a 4 and. Hot chicken pancakes. The drum fill we've done so far has been 3 and 4 and we just changed the second note of that to be 2 notes. So instead of 3 and 4 and, it's 3E and a 4 and. The right hand really does the same thing. 3 and 4 and, 4 and, 4 and, 4 and. And that's hot chicken pancakes. It's so ridiculous, you'll always remember that drum fill. Getting into this, beats 1 and 2 are a little bit different in that we add a snare drum on the upbeat of 1. So it goes 1 and 2 and hot chicken pancakes, 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4 and. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, 4.